What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, man, uh, I want to talk about the danger of relaxing in terrible times, in crucial times we living in right now, man. So much crisis taking place on the planet simultaneously, and this is not a time where we can be relaxing. This is not the time where we can be losing focus. This is the time where we should be lasered in and zeroing in on every day figuring out how to navigate through this tumultuous time frame that we're living in and coming out on the other side of it. There are so many things we can look at, man, and a lot of times many of these crises that take place, they're constant and they're in a rotation. So you see this happening for a while, then it kind of slacks up. Then this is happening, then it kind of stacks up. Another thing comes back around, and some things stand out a little bit more than other ones. But regardless of the situation, anytime these things are taking place, there's always a play made by government, a play made by media, a play made by uh, the entertainment industry, a play made by those who we call the hidden hand, who are controlling the strings. That play is made to take our focus off of the seriousness of what's actually happening. And these things come in the form of sporting events, come in the form of challenges, social media crap, come in the form of certain television shows and things of that nature that deflect our attention. And it's so easily done. And there are people who would chalk these things up to what I'm saying is conspiracy theory, not conspiracy, but conspiracy theory. And they don't take them seriously until it's too late. One of the worst things that we tend to do is we hang on the word of those in power. We hang on to every word of those in power. So a lying president can get on TV and say, well, this is this, and everything's okay, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we'll believe that lying president. An event will take place where they allow 40, 50,000 people to come out. And we'll say, oh, if they're allowing 40, 50,000 people, everything must be all right. But the country's divided. The world's divided. Divided over race. Divided over religion. Divided over, should I get the shot or should I not get the shot? These are the things that we should be focused on and staying in war mode, staying in soldier mode, or if you're not in it, getting in soldier mode. I had a coach back in the days when I ran track, and he said something to me that always stayed with me because the principle level was bigger than sports. He said, the hardest thing in the world to do is to get in shape, but the easiest thing is to fall out of shape. And I only applied that to the physical at that time, but now, as you look at things now, you understand that that has a deeper meaning that can be applied to life in general. When you work so hard, and you train and you study, and you get your mind to a point where you are, like I said earlier, you are in soldier mode, ready to fight the battles and the wars that this world presents, especially as a black man or woman, then that is a process of getting into shape. But in a blink of an eye, if you're not careful, they can just deflect, they can just show something real shiny over here, and all of that work you've done to get yourself in that mode can be gone because he's dangling something shiny over here and you gone. So you can't relax. Is that to say, hey man, you gotta be serious and mean mugging all the time? No, it's not to say that. Because you still have a life to live, a life to enjoy, and a life to bring to maximize and get the most out of. But at the end of the day, we have to understand where we are in the time we are in. Because guess what? The very enemy that I was just speaking of that is responsible for all of these things that are happening on the planet. He totally understands what time that we living in. He understands who he is. He knows that there ain't no devil under the ground. He knows that he's the devil. And one thing about a devil is not. Well, let me take it a step. Let me bump it up a notch. One thing about Satan. Satan is not satisfied with just tearing up some stuff and then when it's his time to be wiped out, he just goes away and says, well, yeah, but I tore this world up. He wants to bring as many people down with him as he can. So that's why you see a lot of the things that are happening right now, because his plan is to deceive the whole world. And we've been trained to believe everything that comes out of the devil's mouth. So we have to be very careful in that, because it ain't about just him. He knows his time is up, but he wants to remove those whose time it really is and whose time it's gonna be. You ever seen somebody that they always causing trouble, but it's not enough for them to get in trouble? They like to include you in it. Same principle, just on a bigger scale, and the stakes are way higher. So don't relax in these times. Stay focused. Stay locked in on what it is that our mission is, and our mission is to get through this time and get through this war and make it to the other side. And the last thing you want to do is fail to win this fight because you got distracted by something lightweight. You got distracted by a little money. You got distracted by a TV show. You got distracted by a challenge. You got distracted by a circumstance. Stay locked in, y'all, man. It's your big brother K-Rino, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this topic. If there's anything I forgot, feel free to mention it, and subscribe to the channel. All right, man. Peace.